put it on my computer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Homeroom with Smooth. I have my friend Alan yet again. Kevin might randomly pop up. I'm just pre-warning everybody. He might just randomly just pop up in here. If he don't, cool, but he kind of like bro man, like he just shows up when he shows up. But with that said, we're here to talk about the new updates concerning the Breonna Taylor case. Because boy, this stuff is wild. I seen this yesterday, and my jaw just dropped. I knew there was some foul stuff going on, but this shit is like supersedes all expectations. All expectations. I'm gonna let you start. And then I'm gonna chime in.
Well, well, glad to be back. So thanks for having me back again. I love to be, trying to hold it down with my opinions and just thoughts of this. I think this kind of goes into the fact of what we were talking about last week when we were saying, and I guess we kind of suspected it, and I guess it was more overarching. It was, hey, they're trying the wrong thing. And now, lo and behold, we found out they were trying the wrong thing. So now, because of that, the whole outcome of the case totally makes sense. Because right now, it seems that the two officers weren't even. It wasn't even a matter of them being charged. It was for the one officer, and there was one officer, which and of course he couldn't be charged for murder because he didn't shoot her. So, and that's why they gave him the other. Pretty much the charge is reckless endangerment. They gave him that charge, and that was the only charge that was out on the table. So, like I said, the wrong thing was charged. Like we said, they need to go after the whole department and let them decide what they're doing on there.
Okay, so let me set this up for y'all at home. So this AG comes out talking about the jury decided this, the grand jury decided that, and the grand juror goes, I've never seen this before in the history of court cases, goes, bruh, we didn't even see that murder charge as an option. We didn't even see manslaughter as an option. We everything was misrepresented to us. We didn't see a whole lot of stuff. He's like, I think this he filed a motion and said it misrepresents the case, and he's using the jury as a shield. When all actuality, he said you cannot put this type of responsibility on regular citizens who were summoned to do their civil duty. He said this level of responsibility isn't on us. It was on him to present the case and facts to us. However, he did not.
Yeah. Well, and he only, like I said, he only gave him, like you said, murder was not an option. Manslaughter was not an option. The only option was reckless endangerment or no reckless endangerment.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like it was only for one officer, not the two officers. So the two officers that were actually inside the house, the premise, I would say the apartment building, they weren't even. Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't even get even an excessive force charge.
None.
Which that's what we're talking about. It was so like it like I'm gonna go back to my freaking pop culture references of iRobot.
Yeah.
When he's like detective, he's like that's not the right ask. That's not the right question, And then until finally Will Smith asked the right question. Spooner, Detective Spooner asked, and he's like, oh that he's like that is the right question. It's like he didn't even give him like the jury, like. One, they don't know what to ask because it's not their civic duty. But two, that option's not even available. They said, did he do this? Yes or no? Nothing else. It was just, only this. And it's like, forget about everything else. And that's the issue that we're having. And that's why I said it. It's like they need to charge the whole department. Right. And the thing was, like we said last week, I felt that we're in the scheme of everything. We're looking at the last 5 minutes, but I was saying 1 minute, but the last 5 minutes of everything, and we need to look at the hour before that. Well, it's like the attorney general didn't even give him the last 5 minutes. He said, in those last 5 minutes, look at minute 3, and in minute 3, what do you see right here? Like that's all he gave him. Like that's what it seems, and it seems ridiculous.
Yeah. He was very, very precise in what he gave them. Now, what even makes this crazier is the boyfriend was cleared of shooting the officer. The bullet didn't even come from his gun. So all his bullets, he missed. He missed every single shot, which I expect of someone who does not go to the range regularly.
Well,
Okay?
well, the thing is, he said it was a warning shot. He said it was a warning shot, and it was one shot.
Oh wow!
No, the boyfriend said he shot a warning shot, and it was one shot.
Yeah, which would make sense. Now, what's crazy to me is, there was a pause of a minute and 4 seconds. Okay, there's a guy outside the crib shooting into the crib. Okay, they only got wanton endangerment. I said this last video on the white people they shot at, not the black people upstairs that had to deal with a bullet coming up through the floor.
White walls matter, man. That's what I've been saying all week. White walls matter.
Yeah. For sure, white walls matter now.
I mean,
I'm glad my walls are painted the white color.
Yeah, because you might not get justice, but your walls will.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. They're patching them up, all that stuff. But then, I've never had a grand juror file a motion against the AG, against the court in and of itself, and say, yo, this proceeding was wrong, and I want the jurors to be able to talk about the process and all of that. He said, because this whole thing is a sham.
Yeah, because
as soon as he seen the Kentucky AG come out there and say what he said, he said, oh, no, this is a sham. We were bamboozled.
Yeah, because he tried to put it on them, saying it's not our fault. But then we go on the fact and say it again. If before the hearing they knew that shit was going to go down and they had to call in the National Guard, that means something is wrong.
Right. Wait. It just hit me. Because he didn't put those charges on the table, guess what? There's no double jeopardy. They can still be investigated for that stuff.
No, and that's what we're talking about. No, but I'm saying, but they need to get the whole department and those guys. I said, do I expect them to get? They need to use the right charges. So, are they going for murder or manslaughter? No, but they better get some excessive force. And they need to be done because realistically, do I feel like I said last week too? If I'm a cop in that situation and someone shoots at me and I have a gun, am I going to use it? Yes. 42 shots? No. But and the thing is,
you weren't even shooting back. He shot once and then you
unloaded
and then you paused. Paused.
That's what I mean.
Time to go, hey, blah 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 blah, and he would have said, oh yeah, okay, hey, I got it. If three people unload the clip, okay, and I'm talking about your standard magazine is at least 8 to 10 rounds, maybe 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least. You're talking anywhere from 24 to 36 bullets. Anybody that endures that type of onslaught is going to say, hey, all right, he was done. He didn't fire another shot back.
But they were saying 40 plus, which means someone had to reload.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing they all reloaded. I'm pretty sure they all reloaded.
Yeah, which means, and I think that's why they're getting the dude outside.
And I think that's what happened. They thought the dude outside was the boyfriend shooting back when really it was all him. They were shooting at each other. They were literally shooting at each other. Exactly.
Like I said,
it was friendly fire. Okay.
No, and that's what I mean.
Fire off in the settings. They went on hardcore. They forgot to turn the settings off, and they're like, "Oh shit, we actually getting shot!" Like it's the same team. If you would have turned the fucking settings off, you would have been fine.
Speaking of that, you know why they stopped? Because they had to crouch to regain their health.
Right. Get behind cover.
No, but like I said, that's the point. That the point is that whole thing is just wrong, and with it being so wrong, like something needs to be done. And like I said, and now hopefully this AG needs to go down for it also.
Hot take. I guarantee you, because Mitch McConnell is up for re-election this year. I guarantee you, they're hanging him out to dry. the AG. He thought they all had his back. They thought they was all fooling with him. You know what I'm saying? He Chief Coon Boyardee, like Chief Coon Boyardee. I can't call him anything else. Like,
no, but they're gonna hang him out to dry to save the police department though, because I bet you this was happening. They're gonna hang.
Of course,
They're gonna hang the AG,
mayor, the governor, everybody. He's gonna be the total fall guy. He set himself up for failure. And you know what's gonna happen? His wife is gonna leave him afterward. His wife is gonna leave him.
Good, because how are you gonna have a conscience of that, saying, "Hey, I'm only gonna give unless they said, hey, this is and that thing," and maybe he's a puppet, and maybe they said, "Hey, guess what? We only have enough for this, so this is why we're doing it this way." Maybe, I don't know, which freaking sucks.
I believe he thought he had political. He thought he was gonna gain something by doing this, right?
Probably did.
Because oh yeah, you're on that short list of people that I can nominate for the Supreme Court, blah, 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 blah. But no, you weren't going to get it, bruh. You were not going to get it. Look at this administration. Yeah. Look at all the things they done, bro. Like, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. They have a historical president. Like, the GOP is not going to let you pass. Like, they have their own agenda. They have their own people that they want. Like, you're not going to make it, bro. You're not.
Nah, I mean, that was, like I said, I don't know, and you know, at least one we could say we called it first because we were right, because we were saying, hey,
right,
they didn't do the right thing, and it's like, oh, guess what? They didn't do the right thing, which is total bull, and that makes it even, because I guess one thing is when it's one thing when we suspect it, and I guess I'm glad someone came out and did it, but then it's like then he tried to double down on it, and he's saying, okay, because, and I said I would have respected the AG more, because unfortunately everything's about your success rate. Nothing's about doing the right thing. We know it because it's about work. It's about whatever. We see it in all. We see it. They portray it in homicide shows, and we actually see it when they do the behind the scenes stuff like on ID, and it's like, oh, we're trying to get this case closed, because if we don't get the case closed, it looks bad, and that's why sometimes they even though a guy is suspect, they get the wrong guy because they're working on focusing that. And so, and like I said, even if the AG said, hey, instead of putting on the jury, like, these are the only charges that we thought we could get, and blah 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 blah. So this is what we tried for, and then he could answer, and then people would have said, hey, you should at least try. But he didn't want to deal with that. He was trying to hang out the jury, saying, hey, it's not me, it's not the system, it's the jurors that jacked up. And I'm like,
but then everybody asked for the makeup of the jury, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna hold out. Like, no, that's not important. No, it is. But clearly, juror, whatever number he is, said, nah, bro. This
no,
ain't
because
it.
No, exactly, because he was like, oh, that's not important. So because he's trying to hide it behind the whole race okey doke, and it's like, no. And the jury's like, it wasn't about race or anything. It was about we got a multiple choice test between B and C. A and D were missing. It was pretty much all we got was a true false. That's pretty much he's trying to say. And that's the thing, because the AG was trying to say they got a multiple choice test, and he's like, no, we got a true false.
Right. When they multiple choice test should be A through Z. They got B and C. And
that's what I'm saying. They got a true false. And so in good conscience, and that's what the jury said. In good conscience, yes, the answer was true, but because that's all we got. We didn't get anything else. So you can't put this on us because the AG jacked up. So I'm glad. I want to see what happens. I hope.
Honestly, it's gonna be at a point where their jury couldn't even be from the same state. Honestly, at this point, because whatever happens after this to tomorrow is when all the information is gonna drop. All the recordings, the judge said, hey, we want that out. He said, I want that out there. That's the judge saying, yo, I want this off me. I already know this is bad. I already know where this is going to go. This is not me. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, because he's saying, I can't overturn true false, because he said it's true and freaking false. Right. I can't overturn true false. So that and that's the thing. So that's why he's saying, hey, do everything else. And he's like, it's on the AG. He's like, it is on the AG. You can't. Like, you're not sticking me with this. He's a hardcore.
Hold on. What is his name? Hold on. Hold on. What is his name? I'm not letting him get off easy. What is his name? I'm not letting him get off easy. Easy. Yeah, that's it.
Kentucky, Daniel Cameron, the Attorney General.
Daniel Cameron. Yeah, Daniel
Yeah.
Cameron, you are not getting off easy. And you know tomorrow you finna be a trending topic. You are gonna be a trending topic. I'm dropping this video tonight. You are gonna be a trending topic tomorrow, bro. Trending topic tomorrow. You are dead in the water, bro. You are dead in the water. And they're gonna hang you out to dry. Every ally that you thought you had, you do not have.
See, and the thing and what I want to know is that he's saying that if he released the transcripts for the jury, he was saying that it was interfere with other investigations. What other investigations? Like, what else are they trying to do?
So he's talking about the federal investigation, but it's not gonna touch it. It's
Well,
not
because
all it's gonna do is expose your inadequacy.
Yes. So and that's the thing. So but the federal investigation, and so that's the thing. So of course it can't be double jeopardy. So that means they're investigating something else, you know, and that's what I mean. If they're investigating something else, that means you're investigating the wrong thing.
Right. With me, what is it? What is it? You trying to get what they trying to get a RICO charge on a girl? Because I already seen they tried to get the boyfriend. They tried to get the boyfriend to admit that she was part of some drug ring or whatever. I'm like, she's a full nurse. Like, relax. Yep. She helping people during COVID.
Yeah.
Like, and with she's in a drug ring with a dude she don't even have dealings with. She ain't dealt with that man in like 3 years. I read. Like it was like 2 or 3 years. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like she died over a dude she wasn't even dealing with no more.
But it's like we said, well, why don't you bring her into the station? You know where she works. You know you could wait.
Where she lives.
Yeah, you could wait. You could wait outside. She could say in the morning. I'm like, hey, Miss Taylor, we're from Kentucky PD. We want to talk to you pertaining this person.
Right.
Or we have a warrant. We wait till she's at work and say, oh, we're talking to you. By the way, we have a warrant to search your house about this.
And listen. They have voice recordings, right? They have voice recordings. Them voice recordings was dated from 3 years ago. Raise a red flag to anybody to go, okay, that was 3 years ago. Things change in years. People break up. People break up in a day.
But that's what we're talking about. It's the whole system needs to go down. Whole system, because like we're saying, 3 years ago, so many different ways to do it, and it's not hindsight 2020. Because the thing is, because you're busting down her door. So are you saying that she's a threat? So then she's a threat. You take out her house as soon as she leaves the house. Oh, hey, you're under arrest. If you're that worried about her.
Matter of fact, they could have got her outside of her job. They could have got her before she got in the house. They could have already been waiting.
But yeah, that's the thing. But now we're saying she's not the suspect. It was her ex-boyfriend. So it's like, okay, you guys are doing surveillance. When's the last time you saw the ex-boyfriend go inside the residence? And if he's in there, wait till he comes outside. And guess what? You guys gonna arrest him there.
You know what? I think this is the classic all black people look alike. They thought the old boyfriend was the new boyfriend. I mean, yeah.
No, but then you wait for him to leave the residence, and then you're like, oh, we're going to the station, we're arresting like that too, or we're knocking on the door and saying, we're sorry for coming to your house at freaking I don't even know what time it was, but it was in the middle of the damn night.
I said last time, and I'm gonna say this now. What happened to the good old fashioned stakeout? They don't stake out no more.
No. I'm saying it's that, but it's like no, but it's like this. The person they're afraid of, was he that bad that we think if you're gonna knock on the door, he was gonna go shoot it down? Like that's.
And my thing was he was already in custody. Do y'all not communicate at all?
Well, no, but see, we're backtracking because now at least the AG's out to dry. But that's what we were saying because we were saying that it's hey, they totally jacked up, obviously. Right. And now and that's why, and I think we're in agreement. It's like they need to go and fix everything with that because like we said, communication, procedures, all that was wrong. And the thing is, the guys up top need to be held accountable. And now the thing is that now this attorney general, he's going to go down, which means now everybody's going to forget about what happened and everything that needs to change. And now it's gonna be the attorney general's fault, and this is gonna get swept under the rug. That everything that they did was wrong.
Oh no. But see, this is the beautiful part about him fucking up the way he did. If he didn't put them charges on the table, that means they were not exonerated or cleared of those charges.
Yeah, but everybody's gonna forget about it.
You can then bring that. Oh no. People aren't forgetting about it. The way this royal fuck up is gonna be one of those things that changes the system.
I hope so. I hope so. But you are more. More faith than me right now.
I'm a little bit more optimistic. Yes, I will say that, but I guarantee, because I've never seen this play out like this.
Yeah,
this sounds like a TV show.
No, and
this sounds like a TV show. I promise you.
And maybe I'm too used to watching Law and Order SVU in those episodes where like the bad guy kind of like wins, and so maybe I'm waiting for that one again.
Oh no, but this is
with Dick Wolf.
Right. So written by Dick Wolf. Like this don't even feel like it was written by Dick Wolf, because at least he comes back the next episode or the episode's on, and we got that guy finally. Like this shit. No, this shit ain't it. This ain't it. I don't even know what to say. This ain't it.
No, I mean, I am. Like I said, hopefully this changes everything. I'm hoping.
I mean, right now the freaking debate is going on between the two presidents. Like, we not even gonna get into that. We not even listening to it right now.
Yeah.
But they just either president doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, you need to go vote because of your local officials. Okay.
Yes.
Because you didn't vote, you end up with Daniel Cameron. Because you didn't vote, you get Daniel Cameron. Okay? And it's crazy when the governor of the state is like, yo, this don't look right. The judge say, hey, bro, I'm finna clean my hands of this. Y'all release this. Y'all release this information. I ain't never seen such we backing off from this. We know this is too bad.
Yeah, I definitely want to say, goes back to it. You have to vote. You have to be informed. And I will say this, with anything, even if you don't vote this election, at least go and learn about the process so you can make a difference in the future. But it starts down at your local level, and educate yourself, educate your loved ones. If you have kids that are 15, 16 years old, go ahead and start educating them on the process too, because in 4 years they're going to be able to vote and make a difference, and we need it all the way down, because we need it from.
I feel like, and I know this is a bit wild, this is a hot take, a lot of people don't feel this way. I feel like even an uneducated vote is better than no vote.
No, definitely, but I mean, educate yourself too, because I'm tired of people saying that, hey, it doesn't matter, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, because honestly, your vote does matter. And even if you feel like it's not going to affect the national level because of the way, no matter how you feel about the Electoral College, your vote matters for your local precinct. Because the thing is, there's not many, and that's the thing, everybody was overreacting about Trump being president, about, I'm moving to Canada, I'm doing this. And on both sides, certain things did change, but it wasn't as drastic as people were making it out to be, because your local level matters and your stuff goes down to your local level.
Yes.
And
states have rights.
Yes. And that's what we need to do. And the thing is, and the way you change your federal regulations is starting off at your local level as well. So you want to see what your local person is going to do about healthcare, about taxes, about even road repair, about education.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes all the way up. And if you don't do that, then hey, you could be in a place in California with Gavin Newsom, who's locking everything down. And if you're not happy with that, you go and vote, and you go and you look at other people's, for your governors, for your mayors, to your precincts, and that's what I said. The people in Orange County, they're loving their mayor because their mayor is standing up to the governor.
Mm-hmm.
But you set that in motion for the next election. So like if you don't like the way California is or your state's dealing with the pandemic, look at your local leadership, see what they're doing. You go see who's running against them. You want to see how they're gonna do things, what their goals are, what they want to do, and that's how you make a change.
Exactly. That's exactly it. But again, people don't understand that. They like, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna vote. I'm not going. The system is rigged. It's rigged.
Yeah.
No, it's only rigged because they've convinced you not to vote. They literally,
exactly.
I think it was Vice again that came out with a thing that was like, yo, they have literally paid money. They literally hired groups. They literally made the Facebook posts and all this other stuff to make you not vote.
Yep. Exactly.
They are literally conspiring against you so you don't vote. Why would they not to vote if it don't matter? If it don't matter, I'm not gonna spend money on it. Over 100 and something M's, you're not gonna spend over 100 mil for nothing.
Yeah, and people, it's like what I tell and actually I was talking to a friend at work today, and she's like, oh, I wish you could talk to my son about history because I studied history in college. I find it really interesting. And we're talking about the misinterpretation of how, because some of it, and they don't realize it's people do things over time, which is, I tell people what they don't realize. Because and the one thing, because I was talking about how history kind of gets clouded because we're talking about slavery and how it was tied into religion because they justified slavery by people who weren't Christian were able to be slaves. And so we're talking about that, and then the Salem witch trials and everything, and that's how we got to the eventual separation of what's the church and state, or separation of state and church, however you want to do it. Yeah. But then over time, especially because of the Cold War, that's how the In God We Trust was on our currency, because we're so afraid of communism, and communism and atheism were linked. We're saying, oh, we need to be religious, and that's how we quote unquote became a Christian, a Christian nation, which is it's not true. And so people they go on that, and that's how your history gets skewed, and that's why people are saying, oh, we need God back in schools, we need this, we need that, and it's like, wait, there's a reason why it was removed, and these are the facts. And the problem is, if you don't educate yourself, people don't know, and I say a lot of stuff happens over time. So and like we said, your vote doesn't matter. That campaign didn't start yesterday. It started way back, and they're saying, hey, your vote doesn't matter, and they skew some history. And it's kind of, and I say the same thing about anti-gun lobbyists. It's like, I tell a lot of people, I'm like, they're not after your guns. They're really not. They're out trying to convince you that guns are bad no matter what, to affect your children, so your children do not buy guns, and then your children's children do not buy guns, because that's the route that they're going. And I'm not pro gun, I'm not advocating for gun rights. I'm not saying guns are bad, guns are great. I'm not trying to persuade people one way or another. I'm saying that's how they're doing it. Because if they get your child, it's like, oh, guns are bad. So even though you have 15 guns, and they're saying, oh, and they can convince your child, it's bad, or your child's child, that's how they're eventually going to reduce the amount of guns in the country of what they're doing, because they're going to construe or misconstrue that information.
Right. You're completely
so educate yourselves.
Right, and that's the main thing. Like, educate yourselves. Like, try to educate yourself. Try to read something. Yeah. Try to have some informative piece of information in your life every day. Like,
and don't feel free to share. Feel free to talk to people about it. Have these conversations that we're having right now. Mm-hmm. So, and it's not even about kind of building your platform. It's to enhance this dialogue, because I guess we could go off topic, because are we done with Breonna Taylor for the most part?
Yeah. We're done. There's nothing to say.
Well, because especially in this time, and how everybody's really on social media right now, because a lot of people, schools, everything is shut down. Drama happens because people forget just how to talk to people, and that's why I always say, we can have a disagreement about something, but as long as we talk about it and be mostly respectful about it too, that's a good thing. Because I saw something on Instagram where pretty much I'll Cliff Notes version. There was this girl, 16 years old, a YouTube guy who was 26, 28. Yeah, she was 16. This YouTuber was 26 or 28. Kind of reached out to her and they were talking. And but then it wasn't like a mentorship thing because they were kind of both into the same thing. It was I want to see your panties.
Whoa.
And at first she liked the attention because it's self-esteem issues probably. And then this guy to her is famous and her friends knew about him and like, oh, that's so cool. I get it. But it wasn't like, I'm gonna wait till you're 18. This could be something. It was like, nah, I want to see your physical body, and I'm showing you pictures of my physical body. So it came out, it came out. People were like, oh, what the hell? So this guy was dealt with, right? Fast forward to a person was saying, because everybody's like, thank you for sharing your story, thank you for being courageous, blah 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 blah. So and then some guy came out and was kind of like, oh well, like he something to the effect that it wasn't that bad. I've been raped pretty much before and going through it. And then so someone was kind of like, someone's like, I'm so sorry that happened to you, but let's not take away from the plight that this girl was going through. But the thing is, all this was done online, and then what happened was people were slamming each other online, and they're threatening this person or threatening the other person and missing the point. And the thing was, it was as simple as the person who talked to the guy who said he was raped could have just said it, could have went into the DMs. I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm if you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. But it seems like you're trying to say it, and it's coming up saying that you're saying that what this girl went through wasn't that bad because you went through something worse.
Right.
And that's all that needed to be said.
Right.
And now people, they're going in there, they're being immature, they're snapping people's conversations and throwing them on there and putting everybody on blast about something that could have just been a simple communication, because people, they just don't know they don't know how to have these healthy dialogues.
Right.
And it's really, really sad too. And at the end, they could have agreed to disagree, and he could have said, you know what, that wasn't my intention, this is what I was saying. Other people going through this, so let's look out for everybody. Because the thing is, I could be honest, I don't know his intention of why he was saying that. Because the thing is, I'm saying it 2 weeks later through screenshots and shared in Instagram stories. And I kind of know what the girl's intention was saying, the other girl, because she was saying, hey, don't take away from this person.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of know her intention, and she admitted that she handled it wrong, because she should have handled it in private. And that's the thing. And I think they hash it out now too. But other people, they're like, I'm on blah blah blah's team. I'm on blah blah blah's team. Like it's freaking Twilight, like Team Edward or Team Jacob, and dividing a community when it's really simple. Just have a healthy dialogue. Say, hey, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do this, and this is why. And if you come with a good point, instead of saying because you're stupid, and actually say your feelings, and it's okay to talk about your feelings. It's okay to have a different opinion.
True.
And that's what people like. That's what they need to have.
Right. Man, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Because you covered that very well. I don't have a rebuttal or anything. Like you are spot on. Like I don't really have anything. Oh,
well, because you're encouraging it. Because like with your platform that you're using, you're encouraging these healthy topics, these healthy debates, and going to the next level to find a solution. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoy coming on here. And when I have time, because I get off of work, and I'm tired, I'm like, no, I want to make it on here because I want to be part of the solution. And it sounds cliche, but even if we get one person to be like, hey, I'm okay with bringing up a subject, I'm not going to be afraid of how it makes me look because I'm around a good group of people, or I'm willing to look like an idiot, at least to help other people further a certain cause, or to get perspective, or to learn something.
right.
And that means, at least with me, I'm not sure about your ultimate goal, but that means I'm doing what I want to do because I want the healthy dialogue. Because the one thing I did notice in 2016, I was actually in Italy when that nightclub shooting happened in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I was shocked, because at first, people were like, oh, you're an American, because I'm a black guy speaking English in Italy. and they were asking questions about guns. They were asking questions like, how can you do this? But they were literally, they wanted to know. And I would tell them, and they weren't like, oh, well, that's stupid. Think of the children. But they were like, oh, like, well, what do you think about this? Like, they wanted to listen and hear my opinion. And maybe I was just lucky about the group of people that I was around. But then I noticed on social media, and maybe that was it too, because people on social media, there's no repercussion because it's keyboards to screen, and you don't know the context of a person. You don't know if they're joking. There's a lot of things that you don't know. So people, they come off as assholes,
Right.
and maybe they're not being it, but that's what it seems like, so that's what made me want to think like, hey, like, I like conversating and finding out someone's opinion and understanding, and maybe at least if I don't agree with it, and I don't think it's right, I know where someone's coming from, because sometimes they could be coming from somewhere that it makes sense to them, and I can think how it feels that way, but I cannot agree. But then at least me, so it makes it so I'm not gonna lose respect for the person unless it's totally out of left field. And usually when it's out of left field, I will tell them it's totally out of left field. Like when dealing with the case in Wisconsin, because I was talking to my friend about it,
Yeah.
and he was trying to say like it was like the cop had adrenaline and he had a right to defend himself. And I'm like, I'm not saying that he didn't have a right to defend himself, and that's what we're talking about. I'm like, I'm not only talking about the cop's actions. I'm talking about training and everything going up before there, and it was handled wrong.
Right.
And then I could bring evidence to state that there's a lot of times where cops going into something wrong and even taking race out of it. And so and that's what made me kind of give me like a bigger perspective, even with this one too. It's not just about the officers that breached the house. It's the whole situation going there too. But I got that from talking to different people, cops included, or police officers included, other people, what they think, and that's I'm like, and I'm like, something's not right, so like, let's take a step back. But that was
Yeah.
dialogues that you help start and you create.
Hold that real quick. Okay, back again. After a quick break, quick break. Y'all gonna see a
Commercial
little
break.
jump cut. Y'all gonna see a little jump cut. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. What matters most to me, I'm just speaking most to me, is that y'all participate in the process, okay? Like this system, I've said it before in a previous episode. Granted, okay, it's not meant for, it's stacked against Black people, okay? It's stacked against people of color, okay? It's stacked against if you're LGBTQ. I don't remember all the letters that go in there, but if you're that, you know what I'm saying? It's stacked against, huh?
If you're poor.
It's stacked against you. Like, there's so many commonalities that people have that are arguing. Because you notice one thing you never see? You don't see the rich people arguing. You don't see the rich arguing. They don't argue amongst each other. Because why? They have it. They have everything you want to have to make you shut up and just chill. Like, everyone that's arguing, you're arguing for no reason. No reason at all. There's no reason we should be against each other at the end of the day. At the end of the day, there's no reason to be against each other, because at the end of the day, our fight is against the people that are wealthy. That's where our fight is. And
Yep.
And until we realize we have one common enemy that's puppeting us, that's puppet stringing us, we will not get forward. And there's different ways to attack the system. One is voting and actually like putting forth a representative of your own and your whole community coming behind them and pushing that person forward. That's one. Two, just voting in general. That will get a lot done. If you don't like the person that's there, go vote. If you don't vote, guess what they do? They stay in power because the same people is voting every time.
Yep.
Like, you have to participate in the process. You have to. Granted, you might not be able to change the presidential election. Okay, that's fine. But them little votes matter when it comes to a new judge in your city. Them little votes matter when it comes to a new DA. It matters when it comes to a representative, a state representative especially. And it matters when it comes to like state representatives, like at the national level. it matters for your governor. It matters for your mayor. Like it matters on all those all those levels. Like your aldermans and all this stuff. There's so much stuff on a ballot that you don't even realize is being voted for. Like laws, like for instance, California, that dumb straw law. I guarantee I've seen somebody walk in after me and leave within 30 seconds. I said, bro, you did not vote for anything but the president. You had to not vote for anything but the president. You went click, click, go down to the finish, hit finish, looked at the finalized, like, yep, and left. Like, no, that's not how this works. Vote for everything that's on that ballot. Like, look at it, read it. Most states, well, I hope most states, I know California does. They list out, they even give you a little short brief of what that thing is on the election box.
Yep.
And if you ask for a mail-in ballot, it's going to come with a pamphlet. It's going to come with a pamphlet that tells you what's on there. And it's going to give you, this is what this side says, this is what this side says. And you get to decide for yourself, I believe this one. I'm going to go with this. I'd rather you at least take the time for your local elections.
Yes.
President, if you didn't vote for that at all, ever, I'd be fine. I'd be perfectly fine. But the local elections, the things that affect you, the state and city level, you have to vote. County level, you have to vote. So those are the things that change your day to day.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with all that. I will say, I can't even say the rich people, because like you said, the enemy is rich people. It's the people who have nothing. The people in power want to stay in power, and like we said, it's not even. They thrive on us fighting each other, and that's what they want to keep happening. And they're like a chess game, you know. So they're the kings and queens, and then this whole race war or whatever. The people who are, you know, who get mad and now the ones who are saying that all lives matter, blue lives matter, everything else are trying to say, oh, well, this white person or this black person did this and it wasn't on front page news. You know, they are pawns and they don't realize that they are being used. But they do that, so then we're distracted with them. And with the I'm not saying just black people. I'm saying, you know, people who are oppressed, and I'll say oppressed, or for maybe a better word is suppressed and oppressed.
At the same time.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they use their pawns to engage with them, so then we don't have time to talk to each other and make a difference, or even talk to them and say, hey, guess what? We are not racist. We don't hate all white people or all rich people or all this or all that. We have a problem with these people, and guess what? You have a problem with them as well, that you don't realize it because you're being used. So as long as they keep us fighting and that we can have these dialogues, that's what they want, because then nothing changes, because they don't care about anything but themselves. And until they pass away, you know, because the sad part about it is some of them people in power, they don't even care about the children. So they don't care about leaving the situation, not even a better place for their family. They want to leave themselves in a better situation for right now, why they are alive, and then once they're gone, which means, and that's why we need to rally together and make these changes, you know, or get people talking about these changes and realize, like, hey, you know, we're not spiteful, we're not hateful, we want to have equal rights, but then we also have to realize it's not going to happen right away. So don't get discouraged, and we'll slowly make these changes. And like I said, we're gonna make it better for ourselves, but also our future generations. Because guess what? Our future generations are gonna be, hopefully, they'll be in a better position than we are in. But they start from our platform, which means they're already at a disadvantage.
That's correct. Sorry, I went off on a eating spree, but I was listening, bro. I was listening.
I guess with that one, I will say goodbye. So again, thanks for having me.
For sure. Yeah, thank you for coming on, bro. Like I truly appreciate it. Yeah, man.
I'll look for some more people too for for subjects, like, because I know, because usually we're a little more organized, so then I could get, like, my godbrother on, girlfriend said that she, like, she won't mind stepping on for maybe for a little bit for certain different things, different subjects, so
Yeah.
so we could get different viewpoints too.
Everyone opinion matters.
Yeah.
Everyone is invited to the homeroom. Everyone starts in this class.
Yeah.
Now, what you do after this class, whether you go to geography, you go to history, you go to mathematics, you go to engineering, I don't care. This is the homeroom. Everyone starts here. We go, hey, how's your day going? How was what you had for dinner last night? Like, we start there. And then everything after that, don't care. I don't care what perspective hold, whether you're going back off to your conservative hole, whether you're going back off to your Democratic hole, or you're independent, you're libertarian, you're green, Whig party. I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go after this. But this is the place for everyone to come together and unite under a single banner and discuss what in the world is happening in America or elsewhere. But
that should be the tagline though for your thing, like it's like homeroom. It starts here. That should be your tagline.
It literally starts here. I ain't gonna make that. I'm gonna make that the tagline. Let's go. It starts here. Everything starts here. Everything starts here, man. And I don't mean to be like very like cliche, but it starts with you. It starts with you at home. It starts with you. It starts with you. You know what I'm saying? And anybody can come on here. Anybody.
Yeah.
Again,
anybody. And we don't always talk about political stuff either.
I will reach out to you and I will let you come on.
Yeah. So, and we talk about all subjects. It's not only like the political environment. Like, we're talking about consoles, pop culture. We talk about everything. So you want something to bring to the table, we'll listen. If you want our opinion, we'll have our opinion. We'll say what we think. We, like you said, it starts here.
Yeah. No, nobody, and I don't want nobody to feel like you're gonna get shut down or anything like that. No, you're entitled to your opinion. This is America. Like, you have free speech. That's hey, it starts here. The Constitution is like, it starts here on the Bill of Rights. Free speech. It starts there. You can say whatever you want. Now, the consequences after that, I can't save you. I can't save you. But what happens after you say what you say? I can't save you. But you can say whatever you want.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but again, man, bro, thank you for coming on. Yeah, this video is going up instantaneously.
Oh, nice.
As soon as I push the two videos together, the little break, it's over with.
Oh, good. I'm glad, because I brought my new mic. I think next week I'm gonna have my other headphones too, because like I said, I was testing out this new setup.
I'm taking your suggestions. Send me what you bought. Send me that, so then I can get similar.
I'll take it. Well, pretty much this one right here. We're not sponsored by it anyway, but pretty much the Blue Yeti. So it's actually a mic. It's a USB mic. I used to use it when I streamed. I'm gonna start using it for my videos. I'm gonna start doing on for my other, so my cheap plug, TypeX Thrills, Instagram page. So at TypeX Thrills, all one word. I follow coasters. I like traveling around to the different parks, and I kind of started with photography just to show up what was there. When I learned, the park landscape, it's bigger than just my local Six Flags, and it's bigger than your local park. I'm fortunate enough to be able to travel to these other parks, so I kind of want to share that experience. I'm going to slowly branch out into videos, so which means I'm probably gonna do some voiceover recording. So that's why I brought out my old stream setup. So I brought out my webcam. I know everybody likes a Logitech. Unfortunately, they're really hard to find, and they are overpriced. Amazon does have some pretty good webcams. Also, I'm using one right now.
You know what's crazy when coronavirus? Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Sorry, but if you would have told me you was looking for a Logitech when coronavirus first popped off, there was a bunch of them available.
Yeah. No, I had one. I gave it to my dad so he could work. Because he needed it for work, and he's a sign language interpreter, so he needed a high definition webcam.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so so
Definitely do.
I gave him that one, and then I bought this one just to check out, and so far it's working fine. Which so I believe the picture quality is fine. I'll see it when we upload this, but so I'm hopefully coming in clear. And but yeah, and then I just got like and the good thing about the Yeti, it comes with a stand, also. So it comes with a desk mount stand, but then you can also get like a arm off of Amazon also that are pretty cheap. So that's my setup.
You know what's crazy? I have the arm, no
Yeah.
stand, so I might be able to set my Yeti up correctly.
Yeah. No, so I got the whole desk mount, so I will send you that. But that's kind of my setup that I'm using. So I'm hoping it goes good for this, and I can use it for my other channel, just for, and like I said, the one thing, just to spread out information. I like roller coasters, I like photography, and I'm hoping other people, they can see what's out there too.
Y'all support him. Y'all support him. Y'all follow him on Instagram. Type X Thrills.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Type X Thrills all together, one word.
So, but yep. So, but like we said, so I'm glad for this one, and it's going right up. Hopefully everything works out, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. For sure, man. Hey, catch you later. Again, appreciate you. This has been another episode of Homeroom Smooth. This is episode 5. No, 4. Fuck.
Four in the
Four.
alpha.
And then there's alpha, and there's beta. There's beta episode 2. There's a beta episode, because remember we did the other episode. I had
Yes.
one too. I just like, there was so much said. I was like, nah, bro. No, I gotta edit this. We're a little too raw. We're just out of here.
One day it will come out. One day.
One day. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Cause I don't even know if I'm gonna promote it. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
On the dark web, just say that.
On the dark web. You're gonna catch all types of viruses. Right? Oh,
but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, completely worth it. Your computer's gonna be a brick when you finish the video, but it's worth it. But hey, man, again, thank you.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.